it is a dark time, and it's very hard to think that you're going to get out of it. And like I said, it feels like everybody is honestly just living their life and going about their day and succeeding and being, them and having fun, and you are just kind of in slow motion and in a blur almost. And
if you don't have that support from your friends or your family, you're just always going to struggle, and that being silent is the worst thing to do. And there may not really be any right way to come out to someone and say, hey, how are you doing? Can I help you? Like, there is no scripted way to approach someone, but doing nothing and just staying silent is definitely worse.
I wrote a song for you.
Seeking treatment, I met with my doctor. I just kind of talked about what was going on, and realizing and finally admitting, that I may be living with anxiety and depression, and so that's a huge step. Admitting that and accepting that, and then moving forward. And so.
Your skin, oh yeah, your skin and bones turn into something beautiful. And you know I love you so. You know I love you so.
Really driven to create a place on campus where students could talk about mental health issues in a safe environment, where they could share ideas, where they could talk openly and freely and not feel judged.
In this age group, there's a lot of stigma attached to it, and I think it would be great to break that, because I think coming up here we have different perceptions of the way that people are and what mental illness looks like, and that's not necessarily the case. And I think a lot of times I've gotten to know that there are residents that have mental illness living in the dorms, and I think a lot of people don't know that and can't relate to that, but they have no idea that their roommate or the person down their hall that they're really close with has something that they're experiencing that they can't see.
The biggest advice and the biggest piece I could give is to start small, and the power of one person.
To anyone on campus who's concerned about a friend, or even someone you just see every once in a while, it's just to ask and to know that can make the hugest difference. I mean, it's really that simple.
Mental illness is so much more common than people think.
It's not about I am doing this alone, but rather we, as an entire student body.
If you want to fight that stigma, if you want to be in an environment where you're not going to be judged, and where people are open about these issues and willing to talk about them and address them head on.
As a friend, or a student, or a classmate, or a sibling, whatever you are to those around you facing mental illness, we are doing this together.
Because we know that, not talking about them is the worst thing you can do.
And I did have that support system, and I think everybody, even if you don't have a mental illness, you should have that support system in case anything were to happen.
What you're talking about?
Okay, you're good. We're back. We're here for you, and a good advocate for mental health.
Look how they shine. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And all the things that you do.